The first thing I had to do was I had to really take into consideration like what my goals were, right? And what I wanted to set, for myself, and what was like reachable, right? So the first thing I knew to complete was internal goals, right? The things I need to do internally, because I know I could not take my same mindset with me into my future, right? I couldn't take it into 2024 with me. I started my journey with this thing like 2023. So I said, all right, I need to change my mind. So I changed the way I thought. First thing I did was I started creating exercises that was going to promote more on the positive side of where I want to be, not where I'm currently at. So I had to change the way I thought. And so I became more and more stoic. I started watching all these videos about being stoic and not putting so much emotion into things and stuff like that. I used to be an emotional wreck. Every time something bad happened, my emotions would jump right into it. But I had to clear those things up first. And so when I started clearing up my mind and my emotions and really starting changing the views of the world, I had to really change that view. And then once I started doing that, then I started creating more and more of a boundary set for myself. Hey, I know my weakness. I had to really make sure that I had to put myself out there in a situation where I knew that I say that these are my weaknesses and stay away from them. Stay away from things that's going to entice me to go anywhere back to the past, back to this, back to that. I had to change all of that. And so, and helping me become this person that I really want to be, I knew these things were the things I really had to fix. And that's one thing that you guys have to understand, is that you have to know your weaknesses. You have to know your limits. You have to know what you're not strong at in order for you to, to start this development and getting these goals in here that's going to really help you, be where you want to be. And so it took me a little bit. It took me a few months actually, to really get it, because it was hard facing it. I couldn't really face it, man. I was sitting over there thinking to myself, is this really a problem? Then I started thinking, was I the problem? It was crazy. I had so much things going on in my mind, but I got through it. And part of the self awareness of this is that, you can't create these goals unless you go inside and you know where you stand at. So creating these goals helping me out right there, really working towards the big picture.